Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I do my face glam routine, and I do use a lot of makeup but I do not use it on an everyday basis. So when it comes to school I do tend to tone it down a lot, so I don't wear this much makeup to school or like small events, but I do wear it when it comes to partying and the weekends and stuff. So if you want to know how I achieve my glam routine, then just keep watching. Okay, so first I want to address my face. I am breaking out. It's just a scar, it's not an actual pimple because it's already like fully flat, and it's just red because it's irritated. And my skin is really red right now because I'm really hot. I have the fan on, but I have all these lights pointing straight at me, but I'm still really hot right now. So we should go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and prime our face, and I'm gonna be using my Benefit the Pore Fessional Matte Rescue Primer, and it looks like this. And this is really like soothing for the skin. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes my face feel really nice after I apply it. And then over it, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Pore Fessional. It's the same thing, they're just two different consistencies. This one's is a more thicker consistency. I like to apply this more where I have my bigger pores. It has like a silicone finish, and it really makes sure to fill in my pores and make my skin look more smooth when I apply makeup over it. Okay, so I'm not gonna grab a lot of the primer. I'm using the Pore Fessional, the Matte Rescue Primer right now, and I'm not gonna apply a lot. Especially, I'm gonna concentrate it like around my face, not in my inner cheeks, if that makes sense. I am gonna apply some, but I'm not gonna apply as much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Pore Fessional. This is the thicker one I was talking to y'all about, and I'm gonna apply this more on like where I have my bigger pores. And that's right here. And I'm just gonna tap it in just so it could really concentrate in my skin. Okay, so now that I'm primed, I like to go in with my Badascu facial spray, the rose water. It just makes my face feel more tacky, and the foundation sticks onto it easy. So I'm not gonna put a lot because I already have like primer on, but I like to bathe myself in this, so y'all gonna see that I'm gonna keep going in and keep going in like throughout me doing my makeup, just because it really does make a difference to bring moisture back in your skin. Okay, so my foundation always varies on what I'm feeling that day, how my skin is feeling. If my skin is feeling dry, then I go ahead and go in with a more moisturizing foundation, but if it's feeling like pretty good, pretty plumped, and then I like to go in with a matte foundation. My skin's feeling well right now, like it's not like super dry or super like oily. So I'm gonna go in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. This is a really good foundation, guys, and it's in shade Warm Beige. So I'm just gonna apply some in the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in my beauty blender and just go straight in. When you do your foundation, you want to make sure you bounce the beauty blender on your face. You don't want to rub it, because if you rub it, you're moving your foundation around and it's just going everywhere. But when you bounce it, it really concentrates the foundation in your skin and brings in more coverage, if that makes sense, instead of just rubbing it and moving the foundation all around. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a little bit more foundation on the area where like I'm breaking out, because you can still see it. It's still peeking through. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more just in that area and blend it around. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna conceal my face, and I'm gonna use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. This is in shade Light Medium Honey. It's my favorite concealer. It's really full coverage, but it's lightweight. Like, you can't really feel it on your skin, and I wear it every day to school. Like, I wear this, and then I set my face, and then I apply mascara and my eyebrows, and I literally walk out of my house. So this foundation has been like a go-to for me, and it's just, it gives you a really like nice finish. And if full coverage scares you, like if you're more into like natural finishes, then this is not the concealer for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my beauty blender with my rose water, and then I'm gonna go in and blend. To apply some on my chin, forehead, and my nose. So as you guys can see, I do like to go in lighter with my concealer, but once it's blended out, it looks good, so you don't have to freak out. And I do like it lighter because it highlights like the high points of my face. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bake. Actually, before I bake, I'm gonna set my face, like just lightly set it with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. It's in shade Nude Beige. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M438 brush, like this. And I'm just gonna lightly set. I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush for my cheeks. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and bake with my Kat Von D translucent powder. And with my damp beauty blender, I like to just go in. My beauty blender, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it is like ripped. Don't ask why, it just is. And I like to bake my chin and my nose. Okay, so while that's baking, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with contour, and then I'm gonna wipe it off, and then I'm gonna go in with bronzer. So the contour I like to use is my Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette. Looks like this. As you can tell, I used this shade, and it's in shade Dulce de Leche. And I'm gonna go in, I usually always go in with my Morphe R10. It looks like this, but well, I showed y'all the number. It looks like this, but today I'm gonna go in with this brush. It doesn't have a name or anything, but I used it a long time ago. I kept using it a while back, and then I just stopped using it, and I used it again for school, and it looked really good. So I like to bring it on my temples and my forehead, and I like to make sure they connect. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove my bake with my Morphe M438, the one I used to set. Just gonna lightly remove it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. I use this really dark shade. It's not a dark shade, but it's not my skin color. It's darker than my skin color. It's like 2 or 3 shades darker than my natural skin color. and I use it to bronze, and it makes my contour blend in more with my skin, and it just looks way better. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Morphe R2 brush. It's this big brush, and I'm gonna just do the exact same thing but apply it a little bit higher than where it usually goes. So now I'm gonna contour my nose, and for my nose I like to use my Morphe M506 brush. It's just this tiny brush, and I use the same shade I used to contour, my Dulce de Leche contour palette, and I just go right in. All I do is I draw 2 lines, you'll see it in a minute, and then I go in the bottom of my nose and I make a line, and then I go in and bake. Okay, so now that I baked and I look crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and let this set, and then I'm gonna come back in and do highlight. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put mascara on my under eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm gonna remove my baking powder with the same brush, my Morphe M438. I'm just gonna lightly dust it off, and at the same time I'm gonna blend it, because if I don't blend it, you're gonna be able to see that ugly line. You don't want that. Make sure you kind of blend it down so you won't be able to see it. Okay, so now for my favorite part, it's going to be highlight. And I am going to skip blush because I don't really like putting blush on. And I'm showing y'all my glam routine, and I don't apply blush, so I'm not going to apply blush. But for my highlight, I am going to be using my Tarteist Pro Glow palette. My Tarteist Pro Glow palette. And it looks like this, and when you open it up, it has 4 highlighting shades, and it has a contouring shade, and it has a cream contour. I'm gonna be mixing shade Strobe and Stunner. They look like this, these two. And I'm gonna be going in with my Morphe M510 highlighting brush. Before I do that though, I am gonna go in with my Mario Badascu Rose Water to get it ready for the highlight, and just so it could look more like out there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my brush, then I'm going to go in the highlight, then I'm going to spray my brush again. Remember when I told you I was going to be using my spray a lot? That's right now. And now I'm going to go in my cheekbones. Now I do have the pimple right here, so I'm gonna try my best to not apply any highlight on top of it, because that's just gonna emphasize it more and it's gonna be like more out there, so you don't want that. But I'm gonna apply this on my cheekbones. You see how beautiful that looks? Guys, I'm obsessed with highlight. You see how boring this looks and how really like just healthy this part looks? I don't know how to explain it. So I am gonna apply it on my cheekbones and on my forehead. And if you guys are scared of like getting the gray cast, because I've had that before, if you see that you have a gray cast, you're using the wrong highlighting shade on your face. It's either too dark or it's too light. So you have to really I like to mix them, because shade Stunner is too dark and shade Strobe is too light. So I like to mix them together, and it gives me the perfect shade. So just experiment with different colors. try mixing colors and you'll get your shade. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in this brush. Doesn't have a name. I'm gonna use the same colors and I'm gonna go in the tip of my nose and the bridge. You don't want to go in with a big brush because that's just going to put highlight everywhere and it's going to look messy. So when it comes to small areas like this, you want to use a smaller brush. And I'm going to go in my inner corner and my brow bone. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to spray my face with the Badascu rose water again. This is the last time. And I'm going to go ahead and put my lip color on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked, please like it and comment down below any other video suggestions y'all might have. Or y'all could DM me. Y'all should follow my social medias that are down below. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos of me. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video.